Hi guys, it's been so long since I did a video of any kind. I apologize for that, but I've been going through a lot and I just didn't have the energy or the motivation. And then when I finally was feeling good and wanted to do videos again, the power cord for my laptop broke literally in half. So I had to wait to get a new power cord. And then initially, when I got a new power cord, it wouldn't work. So I had to get someone to come look at it to figure out what was going on. And so now I've got a new power cord and it's working. And I'm feeling pretty good tonight. So I wanted to do a video. I've honestly missed connecting with you guys, and I've missed doing videos. I was actually up in my chair all day, until later in the afternoon, and so now I'm in bed because my back started hurting and my spleen a little bit, so that's why I'm doing the video in bed. But I thought hopefully you guys would be happy to just see me again, and so it would be okay or forgivable that I'm in the bed. And look how long my hair is getting. I'm actually going for the first haircut that I've had in a really long time, because when my hair started growing back and then didn't fall out with the increase of my oral chemo, I didn't want to cut it because it had been so long since I had hair, much less kind of long hair. But I'm going to get a haircut probably this week coming up, because on Saturday the 24th, I'm so excited I get to see Jessie J again. She's coming for a concert in Orlando. So she is getting tickets for me and my friends, and I cannot wait to be able to hug her in person and talk to her. I'm so excited. It's been 2 years since we first met in person, and she's been really good about staying in touch, and so I'm super excited to be able to hug her and see her perform live. So I'm gonna get a haircut and hopefully do a cool color. I'm not sure yet, but I'll definitely get a haircut, get my nails done, all of that girly fun stuff. Um, Today I wanted to share with you my crystal collection, or an updated crystal collection. But before I do that, I thought I'd give you a brief update. So, as of my last video, which was several months ago, I believe I had told you that I was on a clinical drug trial, um, or I had recently been taken off. I'm not sure. I was taken off right before Christmas because my kidneys were not tolerating it well. So, the doctors wanted to give my kidneys a break. So I didn't have any IV chemo or the clinical drug trial at all. I just had my regular oral chemo that I take, which after your first original days of starting it, you don't really have any side effects. At least I don't with this particular oral chemo. And your hair gets a little bit thinner, but it doesn't fall out, obviously, which is awesome. So I haven't been on treatment since IV treatment or regular weekly treatment, other than oral chemo, since about 10 days before Christmas. So that's allowed me some more days of feeling good, although without having a stronger regimen to treat the cancer, I have had more pain and more nosebleeds and things that happen when the cancer is kind of getting stronger. But my kidneys definitely needed a break. Mentally, I needed a break from that kind of treatment, and thankfully, after this long break now, my kidneys are back to functioning normal. And so what they're doing now is they've increased my oral chemo, which made me nauseous for a couple of days. But then you get used to it. I've gotten used to it, and I don't really feel any side effects other than being extra tired or getting tired a little more easily. But other than that, not really. And they're trying to kind of get the cancer under control and then hopefully give me a little bit of a lower dose for the clinical trial, so hopefully it won't be as hard on my kidneys. But the tricky part is that, first of all, it's hard to get back on a clinical trial after you've been off of it because of the variables that affect the study and all of that. But because I was responding well to it until I had the issue with my kidneys, my doctor is pushing, the doctor that leads the trial, to really let me back on at a lower dose. So we're praying for that right now, and I'm doing an increased number of oral chemo pills a day for another 2 weeks to kind of get the cancer back under control, or at least back to where it was before I stopped the clinical trial. And then, as I said, start me on a lower dose of the clinical trial, hopefully. If I don't get back on the clinical trial, then we have to look at IV chemo again. But IV chemo is really tricky with me because the cancer doesn't respond that well to traditional chemo that's usually used to treat this type of leukemia, because usually it's injected into the spine, and they can't do that with me because of my disability. But anyway, that's kind of where we are right now, or where I am with my cancer treatment and everything that's going on. As I said, today I'm feeling really well, and I did 2 1-hour readings today, and they were both mediumship. And each person that I did the reading for had a number of loved ones in spirit that I was able to bring through. So it was about 7, I believe, around, well, between 5 and 7 loved ones for each client. So it was definitely a full house in here, but it was a lot of fun, and I was able to see them and hear them, which always makes it easier for me. Whether I'm able to see the person in spirit or hear them kind of depends on how long they've been passed and how many messages they want to give. There's lots of variables that affect that, but today I could see and hear them really clearly, so it's fun. But I definitely felt outnumbered, and so that's kind of the breakdown of my day. But in this video, I really wanted to share with you an updated crystal collection. So here I have a really cool crystal that my friend brought me back from Ireland. I don't remember what it's called, but it's very, very old, and it has lots of different colors in it, and it's great for communication, it's great for grounding, it's great for intuition, and it's really great for connecting to the crown chakra as well, which is really interesting because usually if a stone is good for grounding or helping you kind of stabilize, it's not always great to use to connect to the crown chakra, which is, of course, your chakra on your head closest to heaven or spirit. And so it's interesting that this stone is actually able to do both, and I love it. You can see all the flecks of different color, and it looks really heavy, but interestingly enough, it's quite lightweight, and I can feel all of the years that it's been around. It's a very, very old stone. It's also supposed to have healing properties, so I love it. The energy is great. I can definitely feel that it comes from Ireland. And of course, I love this little bag, which is in perfect timing for St. Patrick's Day. So that's one of my prized possessions that I have. And then I have a set of stones that go with the chakras, and I use them for healing. You can use them to heal by placing each one on the correct chakra point. So this one would be for the third eye, because it's purple, which is here. And then this one is for the throat chakra, because it's blue. So you'd place it here. And once you get all of the different chakra stones placed, you can put your hand over them on top of the person and sort of feel heat coming off, and you can usually tell if there's a blockage. Now I can actually see the blockages in the chakras, but for someone who can't, you can usually feel energetically how energy bounces off these stones. So this would be for the sacral chakra, because it's orange, which is the chakra around the reproductive organs. This is red, so it would be for the root chakra, or the first chakra, which runs from your feet till basically where the reproductive organs are, and then the sacral chakra starts. This is green, so it's the heart chakra, which is over the heart. And let's see. There it is. It's buried under some of these other stones. This is the solar plexus, because it's yellow, which is the stomach area chakra point. And because these stones are for healing, they already have their intention set, so you don't have to set an intention. And this one's clear, so it's for the crown chakra, which is on top of your head, and it relates to spirituality and spiritual healing. And those are the 7 chakra stones that you place on the body where each chakra point is. And then, as I said, you can put your hand over each one on top of the person that you're doing the healing for, and feel different energy temperatures. When something is really, really hot, quickly, particularly the stone, it usually means there's a blockage there. But luckily, I'm able to see the blockages, so I don't have to feel the energy. But then, once you place all the stones on each chakra point, you do a prayer and call in an angel that relates to each chakra point. And then you basically balance or clear that energy using the vibration of the stones. So those are a set that I use pretty often when doing healings. And that's a very brief overview of what it's like to do a healing. This is a stone that was also given to me by the same friend who um, gave me the one from Ireland, and this is called Jasper, and it helps you come up with practical ideas. It helps you stop any like negative thoughts. I mean, there's a lot of purposes for this stone. I love it. It's a black and white stone. It's also good for grounding, um, and it also helps just promote a healthy, balanced life. And so this is really good when you're doing a lot of spiritual work to put this crystal in your hand. And when you get a new crystal, it's very important to set the intention for that crystal. And you set the intention by putting it in your left hand because it's close to your heart. Put it in the palm of your left hand, and then you say, "Angels and guides, please come in and help activate this crystal to help me with," and then whatever you want to use it for. You would make that statement, and you would choose something along the lines of what the crystal is good for. So for this one, I might put it in my left hand, call in the angels, and say, "Angels, please activate the vibration in this crystal that can help me create balance and harmony in my life to prevent me from taking on negative energy when doing healing." So then I've set the intention for the crystal, and you don't have to set the intention again unless you feel you don't need to use it for that. Then you can cleanse it by putting it on a salt lamp or near a salt lamp overnight, or by burning sage over it, white dried sage over it, and then set the intention again. It's also important to clean your crystals about once every 2 weeks because they do collect energy like an air conditioning filter, and they need to be cleansed. But again, you can cleanse them without resetting the intention. This is one of my favorite amethyst crystals. I also use this for healing, or I put it between myself and a client when doing an in-person reading because it protects my energy and also strengthens intuition. And I love it because it's in its natural formation, but it's definitely polished. And because it has this point, it is used for healing quite often, usually when they have this point, but I just love it. I don't use it necessarily for healing, but as I said, I use it to strengthen my energy and help intuition. It's also great for calling in Archangel Michael. Well, I definitely have some more interesting stones, but I don't want one video to be too long, so I'll do a part 2 to this video. I hope it's been informative, and it was really great to be back in front of the camera and do a video for you guys. Love, light, and blessings, and I promise to be much more consistent. I'm also going to continue to do ASMR videos because, as I've said in previous videos, ASMR really helps me with relaxation, and you can just look that up if you don't know what it is, or if you'd like, I can do a video explaining ASMR, but basically you do it in a whispered format, and it's just supposed to be relaxing and enjoyable for people. So if someone's interested, I'll do an ASMR version of my crystal collection. Until next time, love, light, and blessings, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye!